This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So we'll do something a little different here today. We're going to take a look here at gold and at silver, but then we're going to look at some seasonality charts of the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. Now I know everybody's ripping up here, but you've got FOMO coming in here. You got retailer traders putting money in here, and that usually can be a topping pattern. So let's just take a look at the old charts. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have gold and here we have silver. Now, gold to me is, I always use it almost like a fear factor kind of a situation, okay? So gold is rallying up very, very nicely here, all the way into this tariff situation. And now it looks like it's all of a sudden recession's off the table, this is off the table, and I think, so here's what you do, trade the charts, okay? It takes all that noise right out of the whole situation. Okay, so we had this high here of 35.09, but if you look at where we had this high right on top of this candle here, you're looking at 34.48. So if you just bring this candle over here to the top of there, 34.42, that was pretty much like a double top situation, minus that pop and drop kind of a situation. Now she's coming right on down. You can see here we're putting a series of lower high and lower lows in here. But what we do is we got to watch this key 50-day. This is sitting at 31.6370. Now we have to respect that, because look in the past here, how it came down and it held it, okay? So just respect that 31.63, that 50 SMA here, okay? Now, again, if that's lost, we can come over here to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 31.18. We'll come to the bottom there. You're looking at 30.86 level. We come over here to the top of this candle. You're looking at 30.37. And then we come here to the bottom. You're looking at 29.83. And we're going to be running right into this 100-day at 29.77 level. That's going to be your big target if this 50-day doesn't hold. Now, on the upside here, we want to look here at the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 32.11. Now, we look here and we look here. We had this double bottom situation, put in a inside day, and then today she just fell right on down, okay? So this is going to be your resistance level, 32.11. Then we'll come over here to the top of this candle right here. You're looking at 32.70. Then we go to this 33.20 level. That is your 8-day and your 21 SMA here, okay? But now you can see here how this is just kind of falling right off the pattern, okay? So we have this negative divergence. So if you look at here, we had this high, okay? We had a high. Then we had an even higher high, but we had a lower high here. See this negative divergence? Always watch that RSI. It's not just to measure strength, but also measures that divergence, negative divergence, positive divergence. Now you can see where this is coming off, 44. That's nowhere near oversold. That could come way on down. Green over your red, same right on thing. So again, watch this 50-day. This is going to be key. We lose that, you're going to head right towards that 100-day simple moving average. Now, silver never really got off the schneid, I don't think really that much. We have this sideways action. We're holding this 100-day. That's going to be key, 32.27. If we lose that, you're going to come right down here to this 31.54 level. That's going to be your target. And then we just follow the candles all the way on down here. Okay, you got 30.86 here level. We look to the bottom here, you're looking at 30.51. We'll come down to the bottom here at this candle. You're looking at 29.56. And then we have a 29.25 level. And then we have that spike low all the way down here at that 27.54. But realistically, as long as we hold it that 100-day, we're looking good. You got to respect it, because look how many times that we've held it. The key is, though, if that breaks, it's going to go to that 200-day, and that's going to be your target. Now, upside, we have a lot of big resistance, 32.81. There's your 8-day and your 21-day, and then we have your 50-day above that at 33.05. We can get above all of that, then we can go to that 33.83. But right now, we just had this sideways chop kind of an action. Right here, this isn't really showing us much. There's no divergences. There's nothing. It's just that could go either way kind of a situation. And same way here, it's just like a sideways action, which obviously we can tell. Now, the easy way to trade this is with GLD for the long, SLD for the long here on silver. It works out really, really nice here if you're trading on the long side, okay, situation. Now, there's a lot of ETFs out there that we can do short skis. But me, I am not really a gold or silver trader. When I seen this rally breaking out here, then I just jumped in the GLD and I just let it ride. I didn't do anything with the old silver. Okay, let's take a look at some seasonality charts here now. Okay, here we have the Dow seasonality. Now, the reason I say I want to show you this, you've got a lot of retail traders coming in here, pouring money in there. They got the FOMO going. Oh, I missed it. They should have been buying at the bottom, okay? That's the thing, is just watch that VIX. I had a video yesterday at midday trading is, you know, when the VIX is high, you want to buy because it never lasts. That VIX is just spikes up. That's when you want to buy. That's a buying opportunity. You don't want to buy up here. Okay, so let's just take a look here. See, here we are in May. Now you can see here how this really actually, you get a sell-off in May, you get a little pop-up in June, and then it comes all the way on down here, okay? So usually June is a downer month, okay? So always watch that. And then what you do, this is a buying opportunity here to take it up here basically into the end of the year kind of a situation. So always pay attention to the old seasonality chart. This is over a 20-year period. Now, every time it doesn't work out exactly like that, but it gives you a good idea of what is going on. Okay, let's take a look here now at the S&P. Okay, here we have the seasonality here on the old S&P. Now you can see here it's pretty much the same kind of a situation where you rally up in May here, you come right on down, and then we have a nice rally going into June. And then it kind of falls off at the end of the cliff, and then we just ride it very, very nicely, okay? So this here is the S&P. So if you're trading it, just take a look at here. Or you can go right to equityclock.com. They have all the charts, seasonality on everything, okay? So you really want to kind of pay attention. Now, again, this is over a 20-year period. Doesn't always play out like that, but it gives you a good gist of what exactly was going to go on here, especially after we had this huge rally. Okay, now let's take a look here now at the old NASDAQ. Okay, here we have the old NASDAQ. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Here's May, kind of comes right down and then flattens out. Okay, then we run into June. Now you can see this chart here is a little bit different, okay, than the S&P and the Dow. Where if you look at the S&P and you look at the Dow, in June it looks like it wants to come off really hard, and then we have that gradual run up here. So realistically here, we're going to have this little sideways action here. But again, I think we're going to just keep right on running here with the NASDAQ. Now, a little bit of pullback here is not going to hurt, okay, because we've had a huge run in the NASDAQ. So again, this chart is a little bit different. That's why I wanted to show you all three of them to give you that whole kind of a scenario where you can see exactly this time of the year, May, it's kind of like a flat ski. And then we have that nice good rise all the way on up. Now, NASDAQ, the easy trade that I use is TQQQs. Now, again, that got as low as all the way down to, I think it was $33 and change. And right now you're sitting at $70 on that big sell-off, okay? So you doubled your money just on that one trade. That's my favorite trade. I also like NVIDIA. That's gonna be doing good. And we'll be looking at that here after the old pick close, okay? NVIDIA is looking and rocking really, really good today. So is Microsoft. Meta's doing okay. Netflix is doing good. Tesla and Google, they're all looking really, really good. But TQQ is the sweet basket of everything. So just take a glimpse at these seasonality charts here, and it gives you a good idea what actually happens over a 20-year period. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the old pit close, and we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. We'll look at all the indexes, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, and then we'll throw some charts in there. Looking at like NVIDIA and Meta, and we'll see what else we can throw in there. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.